We are Gold Ivy.
Our mission is to empower you to own and unleash your truth.
Stories of resiliency are gold, and ivy grows in hard places.
Those hard places are what creates space for light to shine through.
You decide what works for your daily life and how to transform our lessons into your gold.
This is Ivy Unleashed,
a Gold Ivy production. If you've listened to the podcast for a while, you know I used to be the biggest skeptic about supplements. I thought, I can definitely get everything I need from food. But then I started to realize that high-quality, clean supplements weren't about replacing a healthy diet. They were about optimizing my health in a way I never thought possible. For instance, I discovered what so many women eventually do. I was deficient in magnesium. Now that it's part of my routine, I'm sleeping better and I feel absolutely amazing. It made me realize that quality matters more than anything.
When it comes to taking supplements, ingredient integrity is a must for us both, and that's why we trust Smidge. Smidge offers a small line of foundational supplements, core nutrients, including 100% whole food vitamins, and digestive support for people who prioritize real food, but know even the best diets have gaps. They obsess over ingredient integrity, crafting minimal, clean products with zero additives and rich nutrients meticulously sourced from around the world. We both love Smidge's magnesium, but with my chronic gut health issues, Smidge's digestive support is my tried and true. I use their digestive enzymes every single day before meals, and it has been a game changer in post-meal bloat, fatigue, and overall digestion for me. If you have any digestive issues, their enzymes, including the original and HCl plus enzymes, are a must try.
Smidge just dropped some incredible whole food supplements that we've been loving. First up, their Kakadu Plum. Most vitamin C supplements are just mass-produced synthetic chemicals, but this is the real deal from Australia. It's pure, whole food vitamin C that your body actually knows how to use for glowing skin and a rock-solid immune system.
I'm also obsessed with their Australian emu oil. You won't find this at a typical health store. It's the best source of vitamin K2, MK4, which is a total game changer for women's bone and heart health. While plant-based K2 is hard for your body to process, Smidge's emu oil is already pre-converted, so your body absorbs it instantly.
So, if you want a brand that is truly backed by research, derived from sustainable principles, and only wants to provide you with the freshest, highest quality nutrients, it's Smidge.
Head over to getsmidge.com to check out their magnesium, emu oil, Kakadu Plum, and their fantastic digestive enzymes. And don't forget to use our code GOLDIVY10 at checkout for 10% off.
Are you tired of the endless battle with cravings? Do you dream of managing your appetite without the hassle, the side effects, or the hefty price tag?
Then it's time to meet Dr. Stephanie. She's not just a doctor of pharmacy. She's a certified diabetes educator and a leading hormone expert. She listened to your struggles and formulated a gentle, natural solution, GLP Wonder.
GLP Wonder is a revolutionary supplement designed for an easier path to appetite control and hunger management. How? It works by combining powerful natural ingredients like eriocitrin and green tea extract to naturally support your body's own GLP-1 levels. This signals fullness to your brain, curbs those persistent cravings, and even helps fight insulin spikes, that stubborn, fat-storing hormone.
The result? Reduced hunger, better appetite control, and a more natural way to stay on track with your diet and goals. It's effective, it's safe, and it's affordable. Just one capsule per day for powerful results.
GLP Wonder is now easier than ever to find. Look for Dr. Stephanie's GLP Wonder at Walgreens, CVS, and Walmart. And we are thrilled to announce that you can now find it in Target stores nationwide.
Stop waiting and start winning the fight against cravings today. Find your nearest store, or to learn more and shop the full Dr. Stephanie's collection, visit drstephanies.com. And for a limited time, use code GOLDIVY30 for 30% off all Dr. Stephanie products at drstephanies.com.
And now to this episode of the Ivy Unleashed podcast.
Good morning, Sleepy Eye, Minnesota.
We woke them up today.
Oh man, I don't know.
If you're confused, it's okay if you're confused.
If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see us girls. We're not in our normal getup.
Nope.
We are not in our comfort sweatsuits, in our yoga pants.
Yeah.
We are professional girlies
We
today.
can turn it on when we need to, okay?
I may own one blazer, and it might be this. Actually, no, I lied. I own a pink one, too. That might be my look tomorrow.
Okay.
We have been... What time did you wake up this morning?
4:30.
Oh, me too. We woke up at 4:30 to give a keynote presentation in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Hazy IPA, which is what I was calling it.
Hazy, Minnesota.
Yeah, it's been a big day.
Yes. It was awesome. So it's this conference for mental health professionals that the city of New Ulm, the heart of New Ulm, hired us to give a keynote because they really wanted to talk about drug prevention through movement. And we were the girls that came to their mind and we delivered. So we're going to talk a bit about that today because, you guys aren't probably on to hear why you shouldn't do drugs. But a lot of it has to do with what movement does for your mental health. And it's really powerful. The way that we designed this talk was to basically walk the walk and show in real time what movement does to your brain. We talk through the brain. We talk through statistics and some heavier things to give the science behind it because it is important and really cool to understand. So we're going to talk about that a bit today. But before we do, we always like to do a little instant impact. And Brooke doesn't know what I'm about to say right now. I would like to give some instant impact to Brooke's life right now. So Brooke keeps saying this word hazy, which is so funny because that's what we're going to name our dog.
Oh,
my family is getting a dog.
What?
All day, Brooke has been talking about dogs outside of her apartment. When we get a dog, she's been saying the name Hazy, which is so weird.
Where's Ashton?
There's a new development in my family. I'm not kidding you. I have a story to tell you.
Wait, okay, you were going to pitch Justin. There's no way he's agreed to this.
Justin has completely agreed to this. We put money down on a dog. We are getting a dog in the end of July or beginning of August. We pet them this week. I kind of lied to Brooke. I told her this wasn't a total lie. Okay.
No, this is not real.
Here's my story. Okay, I swear on everything. So this week, Justin, I did have to take our car in to go get it got recalled for something. I had to take it in or whatever. And then I met up with Brooke. And then I had to leave Brooke by a certain time to pick up my kids from school, to take them to go make sure that none of us had an allergic reaction to the type of dog we're
Can
getting.
I see a photo?
Yes. I'll show you. Well, the dog isn't picked out because the mom is pregnant with a puppy right now. So
you guys, my mouth is on the floor if you're watching this.
This has developed pretty fast. Okay, so my kids and I, we've wanted a dog forever. Okay?
Holy heck.
And so my husband does not want a dog, and that's been why we haven't gotten one. But my kids have kind of said, I'm getting really upset about this, that we don't have one. And my youngest, she's 8. Blair is obsessed with dogs. Every time she comes home from the library, she has a new breed of dog book. Knows everything under the sun about dogs, okay? And she doesn't get passionate about much at this age. And this is something she thinks about all the time. I know, you're mind blown. Okay, so, and Cora, my oldest, has 5 years left in our household. So the two of them are starting to panic about the idea that we don't have a dog yet. And I've wanted to get our business to a certain place financially to say it will cover the cost of any dog. And I didn't want it to be a stressful thing financially on our family. And we really want to, this will make me cry, but I've always wanted to be a really good dog owner. If we get a vet bill, it's fine. And if we need to
get pet insurance,
we will have pet insurance already got picked out. But if we need to board it, we've got all this money to just board it in a nice place where it'll be taken care of. Or if somebody watches our dog, we can give them money to reimburse them for caring for, I want to be a really good dog owner. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I take Blair to PetSmart. She loses her mind leaving. She's so upset she can't get a dog that she wants to get a hamster. She's like, it's $21.
Hell no.
It's $21 and I have $21 and I'm not leaving without a pet. And I was like, okay. She gets so upset. She's explaining why she really wants a dog in the car. And I'm like, listen, it's not me you have to convince. It's your dad. So she writes in a journal 6 reasons why she wants a dog. Okay. And they're really good. And I'm like, when your dad gets home, talk to him about it. One of them is dogs live about 10 years and I'm 8. So it'll die around the time that I leave. So it's perfect for you parents to get a dog timing wise. I know. But also, great point. Okay. Then she says, I want dogs so bad that it makes me not even want to have children when I grow up. I just want to be a dog mom.
Not to be dramatic.
So basically, like, I'm not going to give you grandkids if you don't give me a dog type of thing. Anyways, she had other reasons. So then all of a sudden, I see Justin after, and he's like, she has some really good points. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this working? And then I tell Cora that he just said that, and she starts crying at bedtime, and she's like, I just have wanted a dog my whole life, and I'm running out of time, and whatever. I'm like, talk to your dad. So she talks to him, and he's like, well, I mean, would we adopt? Would we buy? Like, how would this work? And I'm like, well, we need a specific breed because Griffin and I are so allergic to all these dogs, but I know it needs to be a poodle mix. And we've already looked in this. It's either needs to be a cockapoo or a cavapoo based on what we like.
And
it's a cavapoo.
Okay.
All right. They might be a little bit more anxious than the other one, like with separation anxiety. So that's the only thing. But they're snugglier. They're better in like a smaller place. If you had like an apartment, if it had to be an apartment, they're fine because they're a little bit more tamer.
You're like, good, because my babysitter lives in an apartment.
And they don't have a ton of energy like a cockapoo. Like, they're both great breeds. But we found a family that raises them, and she is such a great person to help us with this process because she's so obsessed with her dogs.
Okay. Do you want to give a shout out?
It's not this big puppy mill, like whatever. It's a family, and she's very sweet. Her name is Keely. I love her. And I do plan to share my experience with her because it has been so good because this has been kind of fast. But when I ask her a question, she sends me 4 paragraphs back.
So how have you been keeping this secret?
I know. Well,
because it happened so fast.
I was trying to keep it till the dog was here, and I wanted to put it in your lap. But there's going to be dog stuff around here in the next couple months, and we're so excited we want to talk about it. I really wanted that moment of surprising my kids or surprising you or whatever. But it's like, this is really a team effort of like us doing research and being ready.
I have so many questions. Okay, how did you surprise your kids that this was actually, that their sales pitch worked?
Well, we knew that me and Griffin needed to go pet and let these puppies lick us to see if, are we going to die?
Yeah.
Because Griffin and I both like, it's bad. So Monday, I'm like, Justin and I are like, okay, we need to tell them.
So like last weekend, you and Justin decided, okay, let's make this dream come true. And then Monday,
I was like, we either need to stop talking about this now because they're getting their hopes up because you're acting soft and like you're open to it. Or this needs to be like, let's go. Let's figure out when this is happening. So exciting. So then we wanted to tell them why we were pulling them out of school because we didn't want them to think they were going to get a dog. We wanted them to know like it's a maybe because
we need to see how we react.
Safety comes first. Griffin and I don't need to die over a pet. We want you to have a pet, but we really don't feel like dying. So we took them out of school. We went, I'll show you pictures and videos. These dogs, you're going to die.
So how big are they going to get?
Like 10 to 15 pounds. Like,
okay. And how'd you come up with the name Hazy?
So Blair and I were on our way to sorry, this is getting to be a really long story.
No, this does not matter.
Fast forward to the brain stuff. Okay, but this is a really big development. So Blair and I are driving to go pick up Cora from dance one night. It's just her and I in the car. We talk about dogs literally all the time. Okay. A dog is on a billboard. We're talking about dogs.
We have manifested this.
So Blair and I are talking, and I go, Blair, you know what's so crazy is I know we've talked about getting an Auburn dog or a dark red cavapoo. This is like months ago.
Okay.
I was like, I always wanted to name a daughter of mine Hazel, and I hope that
we talked about this.
I hope that she'd have red hair.
Hazel Herbert,
but Justin didn't like it. And I go, and we could call her Hazy. And Blair dropped a tear and goes, do you ever want something so bad it just makes you cry when you think about it? So we instantly have this moment where like, we love this name. We'll call her Hazy.
Okay, I remember we were in the car somewhere, and you're like, I always wanted to name my daughter Hazel Herbert. And I was like, that would be a cute puppy name.
Yep.
I remember this.
Okay. So then.
Wow.
So I love the name. Blair loves the name. We tell Cora when we pick her up from dance. And she's like, oh my gosh, the Hazy, that would be such a, like, come here, Hazy. Like, how cute.
Yep.
So this was months ago. So then we're talking about this name, and Griffin's like, I don't know if I really love that name. What about the name Ruby? I'm like, okay, that's cute. My neighbor just named their dog Ruby.
Oh no, you can't do that then.
And it would be cute with red hair too. So he's like not crazy about it. And we're like, well, what if you get to name its middle name?
Oh God, what'd he pick?
He said something like, well, me and Dad's name both have James in it. What if it's Hazy James?
Oh.
And I go, when it's in trouble, we can go, Hazy James Herbert. And he goes, of course. When it's in trouble, you call it my name or whatever. So he's not 100% on board, but Justin loves the name. The girls love the name. Board. So we've said, because he's not crazy about the name, he gets to pick the puppy.
Oh gosh.
So he gets, like, there will be like 6 of them, and he'll get to like pick the one.
So end of July.
And it's going to be a girl.
Early August.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
So this puppy's going to be born anytime soon. And then she'll keep it for 8 weeks, and then we'll pick it up.
My brain is broken, you guys. Broken.
I know.
So were you like pooping your pants this morning when I kept saying hazy?
You said hazy 5 times today. You talked about dogs all morning.
It's like I knew.
I know. I'm like, I can't wait. And I was like, I'm just going to surprise her on the podcast because I can't wait. We're going to have a dog crate in here. We're going to have leashes. We're going to have stuff because we want to be prepped and ready. I'm changing everything about this house to puppy proof, like getting things off the floor.
You're going to be busy.
I already am. I cleaned all day yesterday. Wow. So.
Okay, but perfect time for summer.
Yeah. So the kids will have a full month before school to bond with it.
And I will be here every day in order... The kids can go to school, and then me and Hazy will have our time.
So you're welcome, Ian. I will get the dog, and Brooke can randomly take care of it, whether Hazy comes to your place or stays here. But Brooke's dreams of kind of having a dog will be coming true.
This is going to be so great for our content. Everyone watching, you're going to have a new puppy in the mix.
So it's happening.
I'm in full shock.
Yeah. It's happening. There's going to be a dog running around here in 2 months.
Oh, and I hope that she's just so chill that she just won't. We're going to fight over whose lap she gets to sit on.
She can sit on yours.
That's so nice of you.
She can sit on yours because I will live with her.
Can I be her godmother?
Yeah.
Can we have a proper ceremony? Oh. I've never been a godmother.
You can be her godmother.
She's going to be my girl. I got a nephew, and now I'm going to have a niece. Life's good. Wow. Okay. On that note, you guys.
So my mental health, literally, when I was like, we were going to
No wonder you're doing so great.
We're prepping for this keynote, and, you know, it's a little stressful when you're thinking about, like, getting there and on time, and are you prepped enough? Are you ready? Are you whatever? I'm like, I'm getting a dog. Like, I'm getting a dog.
And no wonder you were so excited to record right now.
I know.
You're about to share.
I know. I was like, I'm so excited to record. She's like, oh, okay, good. And that is my instant impact. That took a lot longer. I'm sorry.
Woo!
But Brooke and I, if you've been listening since the beginning, we have literally been talking about this since season 1 of like, we're getting a dog. We're going to call her Goldie or whatever we said we were going to call her.
Maybe middle name Hazy Goldie. No, that's kind of a mouthful. But maybe I could get a sister and name her Goldie. I mean, and they could be.
I feel like me having a dog will be perfect.
Enough.
It'll be perfect.
It's enough. Yes. Yeah. You know, this is great. Wow. Okay. On that note, ladies and gentlemen,
I just nominated you without passing it through my family, but I'm sure they would be absolutely fine with that.
Well, if they want their dog to be in good hands while they go on vacation, they maybe shouldn't choose me. Just kidding. We do have a doggy daycare. It's like Stony Bridge or something right across from us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have someone from my youth group. She works there.
Oh. Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the 5th time, we
business.
are shooketh. We are over the moon. We're in shock.
My kids are over the moon.
Where do you want to go from here?
Speaking of brain health, like my brain is in such a better spot. This is something that's really been important in our life we talk about this forever. We talked about this forever, me and my kids, and joke with my husband. And I don't know why, but I had to say this to my kids. I was like, you understand this is something he didn't want to do, and you have a really healthy relationship with your dad that he could listen to you and not just be like, I'm in charge and no, not happening. You're a kid and I'm not listening to you. He was like, okay, I really don't want this, but like this is an experience that they want. And
he's going to love this dog the most. I'm just calling it.
Yeah.
It's always how it goes.
And it's great for your mental health, and like that is what we're all about too, is like setting ourselves up. How can we in our home? How can we out in the workforce and, in general, improve our mental health? And I think this is going to be huge. My daughter's in 7th grade. Middle school is hard.
Middle school?
Stinks. Socially, it's so hard. And to have a dog when you're having a tough day, And I mean, I think it's going to be great for everybody. But I also think, just thinking of our mental health, that's like why we do what we do. Mm-hmm. That's why we spoke today in Sleepy Eye. And
not hazy.
Not hazy eye.
But we spoke so we could get hazy.
That's right.
Now, are we going to be able to walk hazy, or is she going to be too little where we're going to need like a stroller?
Oh gosh, that's so cute.
Kind of ridiculous.
My kids love that idea of a stroller, but we're going to walk her.
Because even more mental health benefits.
Yeah.
You're forced to get outside. Mm-hmm. I think dogs are such a good accountability when it comes to exercise.
Mm-hmm. I did too. And today, when we were in Sleepy Eye, we talked about that because when we think about drug prevention, you know, we were talking about how like the stats Brooke and I shared today were really powerful. One of them is the most robust study that there is out there. And it's where they followed 4,000 people for over a decade to focus on consistent exercise. So when people were consistently exercising on a regular basis, they were 4 times less likely to try any substance initially, which is so huge because if you think about drug use and just like even an adult, like thinking about smoking marijuana or drinking alcohol or whatever it is that you feel like you need, if you're more consistently active, you're 4 times less likely to need those things. And something Brooke and I also talked about too is the dopamine loop and how that consistent exercise, when you're creating that loop of feeling healthy, feeling good, and you're choosing it, like you're setting up yourself for success with exercise and following through, like what that does to your brain. So that like, I never think about wanting to smoke weed or like take any drugs. Like I literally am thinking like, I need something. I'm anxious. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling angry. Like I just run. And
you have that go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah. The favorite stat that we shared that we loved, and then when I was practicing that Ian heard and loved too, was that research shows that when you consistently move, not only are you feeling good while you move, but you're capable of feeling more joy in your day-to-day because exercise increases the density of your dopamine receptors, which is wild. Like we think the runner's high. We told folks today, like, we're not going to make you run, but we had so many different movement tools that we shared, ways that they could get moving in their seat that replicated that runner's high, which is really cool. And so feeling that instant impact, not as great as getting a dog, but that instant energy burst and that feel good, those endorphins. Yes, you got that in the moment, but talking about, okay, it's not just about showing up once. It's about how can you incorporate this day to day, and then you start to feel more joy in your everyday life, which is so cool. One of the most awesome long-term benefits, I think.
Yeah. Hey everyone, if you're like me, January through May means cold and flu season, but this year I'm ready. Besides the all things elderberry gummies my kids ask for every morning, I want to talk about something that is a non-negotiable in my fridge, the everyday elderberry elixir from All Things Elderberry. They call it an elixir, not a syrup, and here's why. It's made with organic, farm-fresh Missouri elderberries, never dried. That gives it a light, uniquely juicy, and palatable consistency. It's not thick or overly sweet. And the difference it makes for me is huge. For me, a tablespoon anytime I feel that first little tickle in my throat or before a big event where I absolutely refuse to be sick. It either completely kicks symptoms to the curb or lessens them so fast. Even my oldest, Cora, is asking for it. I will never not have it. It's my daily defense. And who needs that defense more right now than our bride-to-be, Brooke?
Ooh, yes. Wedding season is basically a marathon. Between the bridal showers, the bachelorette trip to Florida, and all the main events, I don't have time to be run down. The thought of getting sick before my bachelorette trip, no thank you. I'm taking my elderberry elixir with me every morning, whether I'm at home or on the road. It's my little insurance policy so I can fully enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime season without worry. It's literally for the mom who holds everything together and the bride who is trying to hold her wedding together.
That's right. Whether you're a busy parent, a traveler, or a bride prepping for the big day, you deserve this defense. Stop letting illness slow you down. Head over to allthingselderberry.com right now.
And for 15% off your very first order, use our special code GOLDIVY. That's GOLDIVY. Get the everyday elderberry elixir. It's the defense you deserve.
Before we get back to today's conversation, I want to talk about something that hits most of us as we enter the premenopausal and menopausal years. that sudden, frustrating shift in how our bodies feel. We often talk about hot flashes, but we don't talk enough about the menopause middle, the stubborn bloating, the brain fog, and the fact that our digestion just seems to stall.
This isn't just in your head, it's in your microbiome. Trust me, I have worked for years to continually care for my gut health. As we age, our estrogen and progesterone levels drop, and we actually lose the diversity of the good bacteria in our gut. This dysbiosis leads to an increase in inflammatory bacteria, which is why we suddenly struggle with constipation, mood swings, and even sleep disturbances. That's why I want to introduce you to Relievance.
Relievance isn't just another fiber supplement. It was developed by Dr. Robert A. Gans, a nationally recognized board-certified gastroenterologist with over 30 years of clinical experience. Dr. Gans saw the limitations of standard fiber products and created this proprietary 8-fiber formula.
What makes Relievance different is the science of balance. It combines 8 different fibers, each selected for their specific viscosity and solubility. This allows the formula to dissolve gently and support your natural gut rhythm without the harsh gas or bloating often caused by single fiber supplements.
By increasing your fiber intake with a blended formula like Relievance, you're doing more than just staying regular. You're feeding the beneficial bacteria that help regulate your hormones, clear that menopause brain fog, and stabilize your energy levels. It's a tool to help fight the physiological effects of aging and reclaim your daily comfort.
It is third-party tested, gluten-free, and contains 0 artificial additives or fillers. It's just pure, clinically balanced support for a sensitive stomach. Sign me up.
If you're ready to target bloating at the source and support your microbiome through this transition, it's time to try the formula Dr. Gans developed for his own patients.
For your convenience, you can find Relievance Fiber right on Amazon or visit relievancefiber.com. Feel like yourself again with Relievance.
And when we were talking about today too, we were kind of breaking down what happens in the brain when it's like aerobic exercise versus strength versus yoga. And I think it just hits home why Brooke and I have this in Move, like have all types of movement. Like we have cardio workouts in Move, we have strength training workouts in Move and yoga. And the reason why typically, people sign up for the transformation physically. You're signing up, you want to burn calories, you want to look better, you want to get prepped for your trip. Sure. And that is great. Go you. But Brooke and I talked through how in the control center of your brain or the command center, when you're strength training, what you're speaking to is the top and the back part of your brain. So the motor cortex and the cerebellum. And so when you're doing that, you're basically just speeding up the connection from your brain to your muscles, which is wild because it literally helps you not trip and fall on your face. Like you could face plant or you can kind of stumble and shuffle and keep yourself upright. And strength training is something that is quickening that reaction time. And it's just like one of those benefits you don't think about. You're like, no, I want my arms to not be flabby. But just add to the reasons why to do it. Because if you know what it's doing in your brain, it's just another one of those reasons why okay, I should get out there and I should do this. I want to be quicker. I want to be more reactive when it comes to moving.
And I think when you hear these stats, you can't, like anything, you can't unhear them. So you hear something super powerful like, okay, drugs and alcohol are going to kill your brain cells. Exercise creates new brain cells. Like, how cool. When we talk about different parts of the brain, I focused on speaking of the prefrontal cortex, which is like your decision maker, the CEO of your brain. Think your logic brain. And then the amygdala, which is that fear state brain. And in yoga, we're literally toggling you out of that amygdala, that smoke alarm that's going off. We're getting you to feel a sense of calm where you can make decisions from that logical place and giving folks some exercises of sun salutations, some things that I do every Friday and every week at different yoga gigs that I have, and just pairing that with the brain. I think it makes it more graspable for people who are like, oh yeah, I do really struggle with anxiety. Okay. All right. I felt that real time that when I take a deep breath, when I move my body in a certain way, holy buckets, I feel a lot better. This is something I can tap into more.
I was thinking too, while you were talking about that, I'm like, people sitting in these chairs are probably really anxious being in a room with a bunch of people. They've got a full day, or they had to leave their kids or their pets at home. And I bet like you leading them through that breathing exercise and like lifting their arms up and closing their eyes or reflecting, like probably really reduce their anxiety in the moment.
I hope so.
Like in real time.
I reduced mine.
And we talked a lot about that too, just like how movement reduces anxiety, it reduces depression, and talked about how anxiety is a hard time hitting a moving target. Mm-hmm. So when you are more active consistently, anxiety can't really, it's like, whoa, I can't catch you. But also how everybody's so different. Like I go for a run when I'm anxious, and that's the last thing Brooke thinks about doing when she's anxious, right? She's going to close her eyes and breathe and stretch and do some yoga and slow everything down. And for me, that outside, the nature, the sunlight, the wind, like being in nature, that's how I calm my nervous system. Yes, I'm trying to move as fast as possible. So it's very different than Brooke's way. But we told the audience, like, and we're telling you that find what works for you. Movement, no matter what it is that makes sense for your body, that when you're done, you're like, okay, I'm better. I am less anxious. I'm having less dark thoughts. The intrusive thoughts are not coming in as much. I'm feeling a lot better. Like, what is that for you? And I think that's why we like to have that variety in moves, so that it's like, okay, today I need yoga. I know I need some strength training. I am trying to get stronger. I am trying to feel more independent. I am trying to like not get injured when I'm, yoga or strength training would help with any of those things.
It's a stronger motivation. You're thinking about your mental health. And we preach today that movement is medicine. We're talking about all of these stats on how mentally you feel so much better when you move. Mm-hmm. And when you stick to, let's call them what they are, surface level motivation of I want to look good in that bikini, to no, I actually don't want to feel riddled with anxiety, and I want to be able to get out of bed without feeling like, oh my gosh, the weight of the world is on my shoulders.
Yeah.
You're more likely to stick through with it long term.
Yeah.
Because you know how important it is. It's your ability to show up as a parent, your ability to keep your job. Like it's hard to function when you have that much anxiety and stress in your day to day. And you can tap into a resource that's free, moving your body, focusing on your breath versus trying to find that next hit of drugs or alcohol or whatever it may be. I think it's a message that people cannot hear enough. And tomorrow we're going back and speaking in front of 330 eighth graders, which is going to be electric. I am really excited. Today was all about the mental health professionals, and tomorrow is the kids, and just speaking to our old selves, right? The message that we as eighth graders needed to hear.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
It's going to be
electric. I mean, movement saved Brooke and my life. Like it changed the trajectory of what we chose in high school, which led to where we are now. And I think that's so powerful that we're speaking to eighth graders right before they're going into high school, because that's ultimately where we made our really big decisions, right? Like I really needed consistency, and I found that in school with practice and with coaches. And it was a place I could go to where I felt a little bit more in control when other things felt so chaotic. And so I think I'm just so excited. I feel so honored to speak to kids, because I look back and I remember these speeches. Like I remember people that came into my school, and I was so excited to get out of my classroom and like go to the gym or go to the auditorium to hear a motivational speak. Like I love that stuff. And it was like a core memory for me, hearing these people that like came in that had a message that was out of the mundane, hour after hour of classes. And the fact that we get to do it, I just feel so honored. And I really hope these kids hear the message. And we do share our stories in this of, tough things we went through in high school and what we experienced and how we got through that by having a stronger why. Like when you're training for a high school championship, when you're pushing yourself physically and you are moving, right? You develop a stronger why that kind of, it's louder than the noise of any temptation to numb out or disappear. It's super loud. And I hope that they hear that. And I know they'll probably be very distracted, but we're going to try and keep high energy and get them moving so that they're like more likely to hear what we're saying.
I think they're going to have fun. It's an interactive speech that we have designed. And today it was a lot of fun with getting them up and moving. And we know that information retention is better when you're moving your body. Like these little bursts of activity, they help us in our day to day, but they also help when you're listening to a keynote presentation. So if you're listening to this podcast, I would invite you, go for a walk. Yeah. You're going to retain information a lot better.
I would also invite you that if you have any conferences that you're a part of where it's back-to-back meetings and you need some girls to come in and talk about mental health and specifically get some energy in those rooms, because like the back-to-back meetings, like we can talk about your mental health, whether it's in business and why movement is so important for productivity, for information retention, like Brooke is saying. On those long days, I think it's really important to have energy breaks and have people come in to talk about the benefits of movement. And if you're a part of a school and you want to hear, have speakers about drug prevention come in, we gave a great speech today, and tomorrow's going to be even more fun in getting these kids moving. So I'm sure you'll be able to see this on socials too, but we're excited. And if that is a good fit for you or your business or your school, please let us know.
Yeah, man, we had the crowd giggling. That was fun. Like it's one thing to get them moving and to share such powerful information, but for them to have fun, like that just felt really good.
Yeah, it kicked off the day, I think, the right way, where it was like icebreakers of like them around their table giggling. And then I think too, the brain is so powerful. I just feel like it's that resource that not a lot of people have tapped into of, I am actually in control of these surges of dopamine. Like I can change how I feel. I can change my mood. I can change my focus. I can change my stress levels. Like what a powerful thing to hear about. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Instead of the 3 gold stars today, let's give them some takeaways that we gave today. And one of the things that we wrapped up our speech with was a daily 5. And this is just starting small and thinking of daily, I'm going to take 5 intentional minutes to move. So think about what that movement is. What comes to mind right away? This is the type of movement I like, or I'm drawn to, or I know it makes me feel better. I definitely know I could get outside for 5 minutes, whatever it might be. We're going to challenge you to find your daily 5. Take 5 minutes a day, find that time, carve it out if you need to move your body. You know it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit your mental health in ways that you might not even know. But the daily 5 is our challenge today.
Yeah. And our quote.
Oh, yeah.
We already got that, buddy.
I don't have it on here.
Andrea needs her glasses. And today I'm going to read our quote because this quote, Andrea couldn't read today very well without her glasses.
The piece of gold. You know, I was like, oh, I don't want glasses on stage. And then this slide was right behind Brooke or far away. And I'm like, shoot. Should have worn them.
Randy needed her glasses. No, it was great. And this quote is such a powerful quote. It really sums up everything we believe with our company, Gold Ivy. And it's from Dr. Peter Attia. He says, exercise is the most potent blood pressure medication, the most potent insulin sensitizer, and the most potent antidepressant. It is the closest thing we have to a miracle drug.
This is Gold Ivy signing off.
Listen to your truth and go chase your movement. We want to thank you and encourage you to celebrate yourself for taking the time to learn and get inspired in your one beautiful life. And if this podcast means something to you, it would mean so much to us if you'd be willing to take 30 seconds to help support our mission to keep bringing you inspiring stories and guests.
First, following the podcast is important because it helps you never miss an episode. To do this, just go to the Ivy Unleashed podcast show page on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and then just tap the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner or click on follow.
While you're there, if you'd be so kind to give us a 5-star rating and review and share your favorite episode with a friend, we'd be so grateful for your support.
We are thrilled you're here and are so happy that you're taking time to prioritize your wellness, self-discovery, and growth with us. Additionally, we want to remind you that this podcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. We are not licensed therapists, and this podcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professionals.